Genshin Impact players, should I pull for Childe or save for Zhongli? This is one of the most common questions I've been getting asked lately over at twitch.tv/mrdandandan, especially now that a Zhongli rerun has been officially confirmed for 1.5. I'd like to take the next few minutes to help you make that decision, and if you have decided, let me know in the comments who you're going with. Genshin Impact players. Childe and Zhongli are two of my favorite characters in the game. Personally, I find Childe's gameplay to be particularly satisfying and unique. Zhongli's petrification and shield really do smooth out just about everything the game can throw at you. That is to say, they both offer wildly different playstyles and benefits, so let's take a closer look at each of them. So what do they each offer individually that could benefit your party? For me, what I enjoy most about Childe isn't some ridiculous amount of burst damage or face melting capability. Instead, it's his extremely fluid gameplay and combination potential with other characters. Side by side, there are plenty of characters that'll do more damage straight up than Childe, but when you pair him with something like Beidou and Fischl, all of a sudden you have an electrocharge spamming machine. Pair him with Shenling and you're popping off with Vaporize. One of my personal favorite setups for him is actually pairing him with Ganyu or Kaya, because all of a sudden you're freezing the entire world. And if you want to get extra spicy, you put the 4-piece cryo set on him. Playing him in these setups really allows you to take advantage of the fluidity of his playstyle, as well as utilizing your entire team to bring out his entire potential. With that in mind, the cooldown on his elemental skill may seem like a huge obstacle, but when you work that into a rotation with the rest of your team recharging their elemental bursts, everything just kind of falls into place. Zhongli is on his own level. He was already a really good unit before the geo buffs in 1.3, but after, he's just game warping good. He slots into just about every party and can be used in a number of different ways. His shields are not only amazingly strong, but also reduces the defenses of whatever you're up against, which instantly makes the rest of your party better. On top of that, his elemental burst will petrify just about whatever you're up against, and it has a huge range. Speaking of his shield, in 1.3, the Geo Resonance was buffed. This means that not only do you get the benefits from Zhongli's shield, but if you have another Geo character in your party, you're going to do another 15% damage. And on top of that, if your damage dealer is a Geo character, you're also shredding Geo resistance. Oh, and did I mention how good his shield is just as a shield? If you stack enough HP on him, you can basically ignore or tank just about every mechanic in the game. There isn't an actual easy button, but Zhongli gets you real close. And if dealing damage is your speed, he can be built as a DPS character too. Takes a little more work, but once you get there, combine that with his shield and you'll be smashing faces real good. Let's talk about gear. With Childe, the 4-piece Heart of Depth set is something that you can definitely chase, and it'll go a long way helping with your burst rotation in the party comps we talked about earlier. You can definitely use other artifacts here, and in fact, I recommend it until you have a solid 4-piece that you can work with. But it takes more time, resin, and effort to gear a character like this that's got a very specific role on a team. Zhongli, on the other hand, you can basically just throw all your spare HP artifacts on him and immediately see a benefit on your team. He won't do a huge amount of damage right away, but his shield scales off of his HP, so it'll be super effective. Then after that, as you start picking up more and more artifacts, you can swap things out that'll help him do a bit more damage. So my gut says that unless you've pre-farmed for Childe already, you will be able to get up and running with Zhongli much faster. My personal choice here, and let me emphasize, when I say personal choice, I mean it's the choice that I'm making after weighing what I enjoy in this game, like it should be you weighing what you enjoy in this game. My personal choice and the character I would go with is Zhongli. He just smooths out too much of the game, and his character itself is amazing. I mean, Peepaw, come on. I just don't think I could take anything over him. Speaking of Zhongli, I'll be pulling for constellations on him when he drops live over at twitch.tv/mrdandandan, and I'd love to see you there. So who would you pick? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, it'd be great if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.